Hello everyone, I'm Brandon Copeland, and as always, this is Brandon's Opinion. Today is episode 2 of my week-long endeavor to reframe the mindset and reputation of the African American male. Now, if you missed episode, I talked about the mindset of the African American male, first and foremost, needing to be changed. Because we feel like we should act certain ways in certain situations, and we feel like certain things mean this and that. You'd have to watch it to understand exactly what I mean. However, today I'm going to talk about fear. African American males, brothers, we live in fear. And you may say, I don't live in fear, I ain't scared of nobody. I'm not talking about that kind of fear. We live in fear for our lives. And I'm going to tell you why I say this. How many of us African American males have a pistol? You ain't got to raise your hand, but how many of us have a pistol? How many of us have that pistol because we feel like somebody's going to rob us, try to take our lives behind some foolishness, or anything of this manner? How many times have we said, I got this pistol in case somebody run up on me? That's most of us. And I'm going to be honest, other than the few criminals, on the average, from what I've met, especially around a certain age, African American males have a pistol for protection. Now, there's no problem with this because it is your constitutional right to possess one to protect yourself and your property. But what I want us to understand is the reason most of us have our firearm is because we're scared somebody's going to try us and we don't want to die. We want to live. We live in fear of our lives every day. This is a fear that we're going to have to let go. And I'm going to tell you how we let it go. It starts with you. And you will probably hear me say this through the whole week because we have to understand we have to start with ourselves first. If every one of us starts respecting the other, not doing this foolishness to each other, getting on the right track of life, and not threatening one another, we wouldn't have to live in this fear because everybody would be on one accord. Now, you're right, you are going to have those couple of lunkheads who always want to go do some foolishness. But we can lessen this ratio that it is now if we start with ourselves. We have got to get rid of this fear. Another thing, we're scared that we can never ever get out of poverty unless we do something illegal. How many of us do illegal activities because we're scared that if we don't do it, we won't ever get out of the hood? How many of us feel like that? You don't have to do that. There are so many more opportunities for us out there now that we don't have any bounds anymore. There is no such thing as any man holding us back. And if Barack Obama didn't prove that to you, brothers, we need to open our eyes. We can do whatever we want to do now. You don't have to be scared that you won't always be broke and that you're going to always not have any money and you're always going to be in the hood and you're always going to be not having anything. You don't have to believe that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be scared because it's a new day. And we're in America and we're free. Brothers, this is another type of fear that we live in. And before we can rectify our reputation so that we will not be stereotyped as criminals, so that we will not be stereotyped to be known to not raise our children, so that we will not be known to be stereotyped to always be the most of the population of state penitentiaries. Brothers, it's got to stop. And the statistics prove that we are fighting each other. How many African American males are in jail for killing another African American? You ain't got to raise your hand and get the answer out. But I'm pretty sure y'all understand what I'm saying. We've got to stop this. That's why we have these guns. That's why you have people that pull out their pistols first Because they're scared somebody else is going to do it. Brothers, we got to let the fear go. We have got to walk in confidence and in security before we can stop this stereotype, and so we can reframe our mindset and our reputation. I'm Brandon Copeland. That's my opinion. Follow me on Twitter at Grand Albanil. Friend me on Facebook on my fan page at Brandon Copeland. Look for the picture of Poseidon, and that will be me. God bless. I'll see y'all next time. And join me for episode 3, where I will talk about what we should and should not listen to in hip-hop music.